guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Shanice and welcome back to Simplaniqua. So if you're new here, hello, welcome, thank you for subscribing. If you've been here, hi, what's up, let's do this, you know. For this week's nail tutorial, I was trying to find something cool to do this week and I decided to do some fruit nails. And I always wanted to do like watermelon nails, but I seem like that's played out, and I just want to do fruit nails, so that means 5 different fruits on every nail. So I'm going to do that, and at the end we're going to play a little game, what's that fruit, at the end. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started with this video. But before you continue watching, go down below and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. Let's do this. Let's go. This week's nail tutorial is very hefty, I guess, a little bit, because each nail is something different, but the base coats that I did for each nail to get everything started. So on the pinky and the middle finger is going to be a white, which I use LA Colors Color Craze Energy Source. I'm putting you to the test. Can you handle me? Do you have the key? Sorry that I've been playing games. Do you really have what it takes? I guess so, I guess so. On the wedding finger, I use a, I guess, peachy skin color, light creamy color. So I use Sally Hansen's Champagne Supernova, and that was on the wedding finger. And on the pinky finger, I used Sally Hansen's Tickled Pink, and I used that. And on the thumb, I use LA Colors Color Last Energy Green, and I applied 2 coats for all of them. Okay, Okay, so I wanted to start off with something easy, so I decided to do the pinky and then go around to the thumb. So the pinky's first. So I want to begin with this like moon shape by the cuticle, which I'm gonna probably do this with a lot of the nails in this tutorial. So I use LA Colors Color Craze Absolute Neon Pink. With this fruit, the pink seems very bright, so I thought the neon would work perfectly, so I made like a moon shape by the cuticle, as you see here. And I applied 2 coats to make sure it's nice and opaque. I guess so, I guess so. I guess so, I guess so. The next little bit, I want to have like a wash of, kind of like a wash of gray in the back. That's what I've seen with the reference photo of this fruit. So I used Sally Hansen's Show Stealer for the gray, and so I, with a liner brush, like a little nail brush, I dipped the nail brush into some acetone, like nail polish remover, and then dipped it into the gray so the gray can be more thinner. So when I put it on the nail, I go back also with the acetone and put it onto the nail as well to make this gray thinner and make it look like a wash. Then on top, I applied some black like pebble lines, that's what I'm gonna call them, because they're not specifically dots, but they're like long little pebble lines. And I used LA Colors Color Craze Circus Black for that. And later on, we're gonna play What's That Fruit at the end. So throughout the video, write down the guesses of the fruit, and then at the end we will see if you're right. So the next one is the wedding finger, and this fruit, I want to start off with that half moon shape by the cuticle like I did the other one with the pinky, but I use Sally Hansen's Just in Wine for that and apply 2 coats. Do you handle me? Do you have the key? Sorry that I've been playing games. Do you really have what it takes? I guess so, I guess so. I guess so, I guess so. Next, I wanted to apply this one little straight thin line right, I guess, under or above, as you see it, of the Just in Wine color, to just have like a nice little brown line. And I use SINFULCOLORS Professional's Nirvana Brown for that. Then I went back in with that Sally Hansen's Just in Line, beautiful color, and I draw these like, it was not a specific shape, but these 3 little shapes onto the nail as you see here. And then I used a dotting tool, like a big, thick dotting tool, to make some big dots. And I used LA Colors Color Last Captive Red for that, just applied some dots in those 3 shapes. Okay, so to make the dots in those shapes stand out, well, here's the time you to give the each little circle a little highlight mark. So I use Simple Colors Professional Soulmate, this nice lovely creamy light pink, and I just draw some highlight marks on each of the circles in this fruit. I think so, I think so. I think so, I think so. Okay, let me just be honest with you. And I was done with that. So moving on to the next, and first I did that, you know, half moon shape like I did with the others with a green, which I used LA Colors Color Last Energy, and I applied 2 coats for that. And I'm gonna apply something on top of the green, but I'm gonna let that kind of dry, so I did the bottom part, half of it. Between the green and like the pink color, this deep pink color I'm gonna apply, I want a nice white little strip. So I used a liner brush with the Broadway Nails Treasure Island in pink and made a line to mark off the color area where I'm not going to paint, so you have that green, white, and then the pink. Once I had draw that line, then I filled the rest of the nail in with that pink. As that dries, you want 2 coats of that pink. I then going to apply that little ziggity zaggity swiggly line onto the green part, and I used this nice green color from COVERGIRL, and this color is called Emerald Blaze, and I draw some like swigglies on top of the green. I guess so, I guess so. I guess so, I guess so. I am a queen, I need my king. And then to finish off this specific fruit, we want to apply these like teardrop seeds on this fruit, and just 1 in the middle and 2 on either side. So I used a black, which I use LA Colors Color Craze Circuits for that. Next, I did that half moon shape again, maybe a little bit thinner than the rest of them. And for the index finger, I applied the Pure Ice Drive Me Crazy right at the top of the cuticle, making that half moon shape. Then with this pattern, I was like so scared and I wanted it to be perfect. So I went slow, but yeah, I did it. I'm happy I did it. So anyways, I used that deep pink again from Broadway Nails Treasure Island, and I drew in this shape. And then I was done with that fruit. Then the last fruit, which is my thumb, I went in and draw this like big half circle by the cuticle on the thumb, and I used Sally Hansen's Champagne Supernova, and I color that in, make sure it's like 2 coats, and then from that circle shape I draw out some lines, which right now it looks really weird and looks like a sun, like a weird sun thing. And so yeah. And then I decided to go in with that COVERGIRL Emerald Blaze, and right next to those like lines that I did that makes it look like a sun, I put that dark green right beside that. So I then tried to do it like a little wash like I did on the pinky with the black, but it didn't really work out too well. But I did the wash thing with the acetone and kind of try to do it again around that circle. And then with a small dotting tool, I made these like small little like bean-shaped pebbles around the circle. I say no, it's yes. I'm putting you to the test. Can you handle me? Do you have the key? And then before I apply the highlight mark on every pebble, I then, with my reference picture, I seen like there's some more green stuff going on onto the light tan area. So I applied that LA Colors Color Last Energy and that COVERGIRL Emerald Blaze to give that some depth and definition and some detail in the middle circle again of the tan part. Then I went in with the white, which I used LA Colors Color Craze Energy Source with that white and draw some highlight marks. Then I still wasn't really happy how it looks, so I decided to, with that Silent HANSEN's Champagne Supernova and a lighter brush, and make sure to kind of not have a lot of paint on it so it can just like dryly scratch onto the nail, if that makes sense. So it's not very opaque, but just like kind of scratches in the color on top. So I did that in between each little sun ray things, I want to call them, and then it kind of looked more better. So after all of that, I was done with every fruit and I was happy with them. So I applied my favorite top coat, which I used the Pro Fix Quick Dry High Gloss Top Coat, and I applied that to every nail. You better not to sin. I think so, I think so. I think so, I think so. Okay, let me just be honest with you. I want you, and okay, I've been running circles. This is my nails that I did this week, the fruit nails. And it's time, and you know it, it is time to play What's That Fruit? So, we have 3 seconds before I tell you what the specific fruit is. I hope that you did throughout the video realize some of what these fruits were and wrote them down so you'll be ready for this game. So, the first up is the pinky. So, what is this fruit? This fruit is a dragon fruit, and this was my reference picture. Hello. Next, the wedding finger. What is this fruit? Okay, so this fruit is a pomegranate. The next fruit, you should know what this is, but what is this fruit? Okay, time's up. This fruit is a watermelon. Next up, the index finger. What is this fruit? It may be a little harder one. And this fruit is a grapefruit. Did you get it right? Tell me, did you? And last but not least, the thumb is the last one. And what is this fruit? Time's up. This fruit is a kiwi. Did you get it right? I hope so. So that is the end of What Is This Fruit? Come back next time to play. Real quick, go down below and tell me how many fruits that you got right. Did you get them all right? Did you get 4 right? How many did you get right? I really want to know, and see if everybody got every single fruit right. Leave some comments down below. I really appreciate it. Let's go. So you guys, I really love this nail tutorial this week. I thought my fruit inspired nails came out perfectly. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked this nail tutorial as well, go down below, give me some love, and you know, hit the like button. It's not a harmful thing. Just to hit the like button. If you don't subscribe, it's alright. I don't mind. But if you really did like it, go down below and like this, please. And if you do want to subscribe to my channel, you know, it's right there. Hit that red button to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that great notification bell so you'll be notified for all the videos that I do throughout the week. First time. And I'll catch you back next week. Bye.